welcome back to Hand Collectibles for another exciting review and step-by-step guide on how you put these parts together on the Fast and Furious Skyline from Too Fast, Too Furious. And as you can see in this package we have episode 33, 34, 35, 36, 37 and 38. And with that included is a binder, so you can start putting your additions into the binder. And as you can see, we have all the parts that come with these issues. As you can see, there's a lot to get through. So let's get on. So we'll just start with a special gift, which is the binder. As you can see, Fast and Furious, Nissan Skyline. You can see it's just a cardboard binder, fits together, and then you just slot your additions into it. So yeah, very cool. Keep them nice and neat on the shelf. And here we have issue 33 from the Fast and Furious Skyline from FANHOME. As you can see, we have some parts to put together, like some integral parts of the engine again. We'll move these to one side. We'll have just a look through the book. So, pause these at any point. You can have a read. A world of drifting. I believe that was the next film, Tokyo Drift, but this is from the film Too Fast, Too Furious. Our brake servo is what we have in the package. As you can see, the installation guide, very detailed as usual, and then what it should look like at the end. Okay, so here we are with the parts from issue number 33. As you can see, we've got some AP screws and then a variety of different bits that we need to fit together. So as you can see, we're going to bring this part on from a previous issue, and I think most of these parts are attached to this part. So right, let's crack on and have a look. I believe first parts we need are these parts and these parts, as you can see. And with this, just fit together. Fits right on top. In this part, so it's got a nodule that's cut one way. It only fits one way. It's just a push fit, push it right in, it just puts here. Nice and easy to do. Now we're going to get the 33C. As you can see, it's got like two holes on the rear. You've got like two holes that roll through the firewall panel here. And I believe, oh no, it fits here. I was incorrect. It goes on side here, so this little nodule bit goes to this side, fits in there. So you can just push it in for now, the holes, and it will hold. And we'll just get the screws out. The AP screws. Get my screwdriver. Okay, I've got my screwdriver now. I'm just going to take the screw and it'll go right through the back. And into there. Into the other one as well. And there we go. Just do them up nice and tight. Don't forget it's plastic, so don't strip the threads out. Put that one AP screw to one side because I'm not sure whether we'll need that again for this issue. Now we're going to take this part here. And we're just going to insert it into here with the hole facing upwards. The two holes facing upwards. So just push it in nice and tight. There we go. I'm going to take this bit white bit here. Insert this bit of top onto here. There we go. I don't think it matters which way this one goes round because it looks the same no matter which way it's round. And we're going to insert it into these two holes here and just push it in. That's just a push fit. Oh, a little tighter to get in one side. There we go, clipped in. And there we have it. Okay, we've put this part of the front of the car back in. You've got two leads, so one is slightly smaller than the other. So you want the smaller one first, and it is going to go to the front nodule here. Might be easier to go that way around, but I want to just attach it there. So from the front one to there. You then got this second one, which is the slightly longer one, which is a 33G part, and it goes the nodule on this side. It fits in just there, and it goes all the way pretty much straight across to the nodule on that side as well. So there and there, as you can see. That's how that fits. And the next part is this, which is 33J, I believe. And this looks like maybe it just mounts right here. Let me double check. So. Yeah. Right. It's just a round hole. I think just got to push it in just so it's tight. There we go. And it just faces outwards with the two nodules. And the next part is just this. And these part and this part. This little cross here, that's where this bit fits onto. You just push it down nice and tight so it clicks, and then this part attaches from this side. It just pushes in. Done. Okay, it leaves us just one more part for this issue, which is this one, and we'll save that for the next issue. Okay, let's move on. And here we have issue 34, and as you can see, more parts for the Skyline to put together. I'm unsure what they are. Move that to one side and we'll have a quick look through the booklet. So issue 34, upgrading the brakes and the racing Skyline. Such an iconic car. A bit more about Tokyo Drift and the characters there. Entering Le Mans. Some great shots in the book. There is. 34, the battery. So there's the installation guide. And what we're putting together on this one. And we're obviously starting to assemble the engine into its engine bay. Okay, so here we have issue number 34. As you can see, we've got the parts here. We've got some AM screws, some SM screws. This little part here, loads of little parts, a lead here, and pipe work here. This looks like, I don't know, the front of the car, maybe under tray, maybe. Okay, so let's start putting these together. So we want the windshield washer fluid reservoir, which is this part here, and then we want the reservoir top, and we're just going to push it into the hole at the top. There we go. Push it straight in, and then I believe we're going to bring a part back in that we've just had. So we're going to move these parts just to one side, just so I don't lose them. Move them over there, and then we're going to bring this part back in. Okay, then the washer fluid reservoir, which is this, just goes here. Maybe just pushes in. Yep, so there, like that. And we're going to take this, which is some kind of electrical box, and then leave that inserts just behind here. Lining up. Let me just get my eye on it out of the camera. Okay, just had to line it up properly. Then push it in. So, electrical box, washer fluid box there. Mind you, don't knock your leads, because obviously you've got 2 leads here as well. We're then going to take this part here, and these 2 little nodules here and here. We're just going to insert 2 of these little, I don't know, it must be red connectors. One on each end, there and there. And then this little silver top with Nismo written on it. Very nice little bit of detail. I'll show you that in a minute. That just inserts on the top. Maybe you guys can see that. Very nice bit of detail. Where's this go? So this just inserts here and here. Right there. Okay, it's starting to look a little bit cramped, that spot, so you know, lots of bits going in on top of the wing. And then we've now got these 2 little clips to come in like an unmarked bag. I'll just take them out. And we'll fit together, won't we? Okay, yes, there's these 2 little clips. These are just going to clip your hoses together. What you're going to do is push them on top of your hoses. There and there. That one up. This one is clipped them together a little bit further up here. There and there, there and there. Done. Okay, let's look for the next step. Okay, the next step of the build is to bring one of the iconic pieces I've been working on for a while that obviously hasn't joined us. So any of you guys that have not seen this yet, the Nissan SKYLINE engine, as you can see, so much detail on this. It's like unbelievable. An unbelievable piece. And obviously there's quite a few episodes putting this part together, but as you can see, this is it. So what it's telling us to do is slide it into the tunnel, with the rear into the tunnel. This air intake hose here, there's a hole here just on the inside. You can see that? And then we're just gonna slide it back. I believe there's 2 mounting brackets here and here, and they should sit here and here. So I think we just need to keep feeding the engine back. Hang on, under, until this air hole lines up here. And the two manholes line up. Okay, like that. And there we have it. Engine kind of where I think it near enough should be. Okay, so what is the next step? Okay, so the AM screws now. And with the AM screws, we are going to screw the engine into its bracket. So it's got a bracket that side and the inside, like just down below there. And we're going to screw these in. It's going to be quite challenging to do on camera, but I'm going to try my best. Holding the engine in place, I'll kind of find the mounting points. That will just screw right down there. I don't know if you can see that. You can go quite tight with these. You obviously don't want this moving about. There is one each side. Oh my days, that's going to be a difficult one to get in. Just there, why they didn't screw it from the underneath. Yeah, I think we can just about get there. No, I can't see it. No. Oh. Easier said than done. Make sure I'm not knocking anything. Okay. I'll try again. There we go. And this time I can see it clicking. Hold that tight. Making sure I don't knock that to one side, right there. Okay. I think that is the engine in. Let's move on to the next part. Okay, with a bit of fudging off camera, I had to take the fan off just to make sure I can put enough pressure here to get this pipe tucked into the hole that it's meant to be part of, and then I had to insert the fan back on, and then put the belt back on the fan belt, like the fan crank, and then this pipe came out of the turbo as well as I was doing it. So just be very careful, double check and make sure your pipes are still in where they should be when you're doing it. So right, let's move on and now see what else we've got to put on. Okay, now we want obviously these two parts. I'm going to attach one of these little red connectors to the bottom. Then the red connector drops straight on top of this part. You can just use your tweezers just to push that down. There we go. And then this pipe attaches here. Right there. Make sure that's on properly. Okay, what I just need to attach these on with a bit of glue just to stop them coming off. Up, like that and that. Made that pipe just a little bit shorter, but there you go. That one goes there to there. And then we have the bigger pipe, so this one and this one. And we want to attach to the rear of one of these little connectors. So the front is attached to this other connector here. And the rear just gets attached here to this little red connector. Right on this connector here. Make sure that's on nice and tight. Take that off there. Just turn this up on one side for a moment. Knocked another intake pipe off. This is going to be the story of the day. There we go. So that's pushed on nice and tight. Now we can attach that to where it's meant to go. Now we'll put the intake pipe back on the turbo. Okay. Bingo. Alright, so now we want to bring in the radiator. If you guys don't remember, this is obviously the radiator that we pre-built in another issue. And this fits underneath there, and if we turn this over like this pipe here should fit in the hole right there. Bingo. And then with two SM screws, we're going to attach the bottom of the radiator here and here. Let's just get the SM screws. Screwdriver, one here, the radiator in nice and secure. So on this side, and there we go. The radiator and that pipe just tucked into that gap there. And then as we turn it over, I think there's a pipe on top by the looks of it. Maybe this one goes in later somewhere. No, it actually does go with a hole just down here. There it is. We'll just push that in. There's a hole just there for that one to go in and all. And there we go. Then this part we have one more part, which is this. This is the 34D, which just connects on this little nib here at the moment. Easy to get on. Oh, this little one here just goes, there's a little like dowel there that you just put it on, and then it just hangs to one side until you're ready for the next issue. Okay, and that completes issue 34. And here we have issue 35, so as you can see, the integral parts of the front part of the chassis, where probably the headlight installation and some manifolds here, some pipes to go on the manifold. And let's move these to one side for the moment. We'll have a look pretty quick like we always do. 9th generation Skyline. Bit about the drifting. So, you know, in these books there seems to be a lot of information about Tokyo Drift. And then our front part of the bodywork. So there we go. You know, I think once we've completed these issues, I think we're really going to start to see this really come together. Okay, so here we have the parts for issue number 35 to assemble. And I think we'll have to bring the main part back in because a lot of this now attaches to that. So let's bring that back in and move these parts to one side. Okay, so now we've brought that in, let's start assembling. Okay, so it looks like we need this part and this part first. And we're just going to push this, just drops in, pushes on top. It does. I think goes, the nodule bit goes on the opposite way. Okay, like that. Yep. Like that. And this part. Attaches into that hose. So this part just goes in as a hole just right here. It's quite hard to put in, but okay. Just have to unplug this lead. It's maybe I should need to put this bit on first. Just line it up with tweezers and then just push it in. Okay, there we go. Yeah, bit of a painful part to get in there. And we'll loop that back on. Like that. Okay, done. And the next part that we need is this chrome part here and this other chrome part here. And these two just get together with a push fit. Like that. A nice chrome part. Twin turbo wrote on it. And then like just move this to one side. It fits on these two little holes here and here. It fits into. I can just line them up. There's one. Not an easy one to get into. The other one's easier to get on. That is for sure. You might have to move that one out again. Okay. Might have to reattach that one back into its hole in a minute. So that was a little harder than I thought. So obviously you've got two holes here, just underneath here and here, and you have to push them on top like that. But you might need to move this one out of the way. So move this one just so you can get enough purchase. Put your finger from the bottom though on the turbo, because you're obviously pushing on the top of the turbo and you don't want to snap one of them at all. I've noticed though now, all this is in. This one kind of sits here like that. So that's that one in place. Okay, so what is the next step? Okay, so you want the other two bits of the inlet turbo manifold, I suppose. And these two bits obviously push fit together, same. So it clicks, there we go. And then this part, just this one just attaches to this one. It does. It's a pushing. There we go. And then it just feeds down now, like that. Okay. Definitely a lot of little bits that we're like pushing on. So just be careful not to break anything, because obviously this is quite delicate now. Okay, still don't like this pipe, really creased. I might try and do something with that one. Obviously this one's quite nice for that, because there's so many bends in it, it just creases. Okay, so the next step, we move this to one side for the moment, and we bring this piece back in. Yep. Okay, so now just want to turn this over, that's this way around, and then we need these two little brackets here and here. And then with our CM screws, screwdriver, just want to attach the brackets like this. So these are metal brackets, metal screws, so you can really do these up tight. Put that one down, we'll do it up tight in a minute. Just get the other one situated as well. Easier said than done. Okay, we'll just do these up tight. We'll need a smaller screwdriver by the looks of it. Yep. Go tight with these. Tight on that one. Move it to one side, that's it. That's it. That one, little brackets are in. Okay, and now next we'll move on to the next part, which is got this part and these two. And we're just going to insert these, one of these on either side, like that and like that. And we're going to put that on one side, and then all that's left in this issue are these two bits here, which we put to one side for our next issue. Okay, and that completes issue 35. And here we have issue 36, so as you can see on the parts, front radiator, engine strengthening bar, and then we have some carbon fibre parts. Oh, this is really going to be a nice one to put together. If we just move the parts to one side, have a look through the booklet like we do. Creating the new Nissan Skyline, the R34, so the predecessor to the 34. A bit about the Dodge Viper, obviously from Tokyo Drift as well. Front part of bodywork, number 2. You know, the engine bay is going to be near enough fully assembled, I think, after we've done these issues. Okay, and welcome back to all the parts for issue number 36. As you can see, an arrangement of parts here: radiator, cross-member bar, you know, some carbon fibre parts which look extremely cool, quite a lot of screws, some AM screws, some QM screws and some AP screws, quite a lot of AM screws there. So looks like there's a fair bit of screwing parts together in this episode. Okay, what is the first step? So we need this part and this part. So I think it's best if we just move these all to one side because we don't need these at the moment. And these parts to one side, and then we'll just stick with what we need. Okay, so the fan just goes in the centre of that. Let's bring this part back in. So this is our main part here, and if we just turn this over, which I believe it's this way around with a K&N badge on top, nice touch, and then with an AM screw we're just going to attach this fan right here. So let's just get a AM screw. Throw them all over the place. Okay, just gonna see it. There's a recess, so once it's screwed in, you can go, don't go crazy tight, because obviously it's a plastic piece. That's where it sits. More tight, that's it, that's tight enough. So that's that part on. We want to bring this part back in from our last episode. And this just goes in up there, a little tab that it sits in, and then it looks like an AM screw just in the bottom. Let's just get another AM screw. Just hold that up there. Screw this AM screw. I can't seem to find where the hole sits at the moment. Okay. Let's try again, just put that in. Line the hole up. Okay, so let's take it off camera for a little bit, just so I can line the hole up, otherwise I was in fear of just scratching up all the paint in the underneath because I'm trying to tighten it and it wasn't finding the hole correctly. Okay, so it's about as tight as you want to go because it's just a plastic part, so that's where that sits. Nicely does it. And then I believe we're going to bring the front end back in there. Here we go. And then we're going to attach this to the front with a couple of probably AM screws, I would believe. So I believe go there and there, and then two AM screws. There's two holes just here and here. I'm going to lift this up so you can see. There's two AM screw holes here and here. I'm going to insert them in. Push that back so it's nice and flush in where it's meant to go. AM screw. All these AM screws for that, really doing a bit of a so to input them into the holes they're meant to go in. Okay, they were quite difficult to put in them. If I just lay this down and tighten these up. You can go quite tight with these because obviously it is a die cast on die cast part. You need the other screwdriver. Yeah, don't be afraid to go quite tight with them. As you can see, one here, one here. Okay, so now we'll move on to the next step, which is I think some more AM screws and a couple of clips. So let's have a look at the part that we need. So it's these two little clips here. Yep. And these go across the radiator and across there, like so, and then just get pushed in. Like that, and like that. So that's them and them in. Done. And then it's some more AM screws. So you want an AM screw here and here. And it looks like, yeah, just them two. Oh no, just them two. So one there, one there. My days, even that one's beginning. That was a real pain to get in. Make sure I've lined this up right. I can't believe it is lined up right. It just needs a little push back into position. Give it a little push back. Feel like that's going in. Okay, so I found out the issue why they wasn't lining up. So these two brackets here and here, I've put on the wrong way round. So I had to take off all the front bum, like front mount again, change the brackets around, and then put everything back on. So everything's back on, it all fits, and these two screw holes now line up and they were quite easy to insert the two screws. That was the issue. So now that bit's done, I can move on to the next step. Okay, the next step is to get this part here and we're gonna screw this to the front with you guessed it, 2 AM screws. Line up the holes. You'll feel it when it just jots into the right position. Okay. There we go. Yeah, through there. Like I say, you ain't got to do these up massively too tight, mainly because it's a plastic piece. You don't want to break it as you're going too tight. So you want to go just tight enough. That'll do it. Don't move about. There we go. And then we're going to insert the front part of the radiator on. It's just a push fit, as you can see there. Easy push fit. And what is the next step? So the next step is this little part here. Okay, so it took me a while. It's this part and this part, which is from issue 20. If we turn this up this way, you'll see this little dowel here, and this only fits one way around, which is that way. And then this part here just fits it is hard to tell. I believe, is it that way around? Okay, so yes. So let's lift this part just up and out of the way. This part then just pops in here and here. And then it is screwed on with, yeah, you guessed it, 2 more AM screws. Okay, so one goes in here. And then just insert a screw here. There we go. Okay, so what is now the next part? The next part is we want the 2 carbon fibre covers. Is this part and this part, I presume. And we're just going to push them together like so. And then go there and there, and it just pushes on and clips in place. There we go. That's nice. So you've got one of these that goes underneath there, and it's got a nice little risen bit, so you don't even see that bit anymore. That's a nice touch. It is. So obviously that's on there like that. What is the next bit? Right, we want to take the top of the carbon fibre piece, and obviously drops on here. And hoops this bit in, so this pipe here gets into the carbon fibre top, like so. Alright, very clever, very cool. And we'll spin it around this way. We've got this part here, which is like another carbon fibre part. This goes here and here. We need some QM screws. 2 of them. One goes here. Yep. And another one. Goes here. There we go. It's looking really cool, these carbon fibre pieces on and attached now. Really cool, nice touches. Okay, so what's the next part? Obviously we've still got this, which is obviously I gather the part that goes across here on a Nismo brace, and then just got this little metal part, which looks like just goes in over the top. Make sure we get this the right way around, that way around. Goes in that little hole there. Yep. And then there's another little hole on this side. Tucks in both of them, just like that, right across there. And then this part is for a later issue. Okay, really starting to really look at the piece now. It is. Okay, let's move on to the next issue. Here we have issue 37, so as you can see, some front parts of obviously the front suspension. Move into one side and have a look through the book. More about the R34. An iconic car as well. More about the Tokyo Drift character. Touring Car Championship 1990. Our subframe and brake lines. And then what it should look like when it's done. Okay, and now we have issue number 37. And as you can see in issue number 37, we have some CM screws, some OM screws, some more leads, a bit of piping, some suspension arms and rear subframe as well. So, okay, let's move this to one side, see what we start with, and start putting this together. Okay, so this is the left rear cross member. So as you can see, these have all got L on them, all these parts. The left side, even these two little ones, have got a little L on them as well. So yeah, both of these. Obviously you want them 3 bits and 2 OM screws. Get the rear subframe like this. We've got this one goes this side, and I believe this one goes this side. So we'll put this one in first. And line the holes up. And then you screw in from the outside. It needs to go all the way through, so really have to make sure your hole is lined up. You'll feel it when it goes right through. It needs to come right out the other side. And do these up nice and tight. There we go. Come right through to the other side. As you can see, there's little black bits of paint that come off the inside in that spot. This time, I'm going to get this one left hand side. goes on this one. Line the holes up again, so it goes all the way straight through. And then right through again. Keep going, you'll feel it when it comes right through to the other side. And there we go. Yeah, so as you can see, it's the left hand side one. So that's that one done. We'll put this to one side. I'm going to do the same with the right hand side as well. Like that. Like that. Put it on, line the holes up. Put the screw in. Keep screwing until it pops out the other side. This one's done in, the last one. If you do find a bit of resistance and you are struggling to put the screws in, you can just use a little bit of oil just to make it easier. Make the screw go through a little bit easier so it's got a little less resistance. A little bit harder to see the hole. Hoping that's it. There we go. There's a bit of resistance for this one. So you might just put a little bit of oil just to make these ones a bit easier, because this one is extremely tight to push through the thread. There's still anything there, so I'm just going to keep going. Even up at the other side. Bits of black paint, I've just knocked out the hole. Okay, there is the right hand side one as well. Put that to one side. We need the actual frame. Then we're going to take the left hand side one. two little mounting holes here and here. You push it down, it'll sit right on them. There we go. Like that. And these are going to be screwed in with CM screws, so let's get some CM screws. One in there. You can get these quite tight because it's just it's metal on metal, so you won't strip the threads out. There we go. That's that one. Back that screw up a little bit. That's it. Cool. Now we're going to put the right hand side on as well. Just pop it on. The holes will line up. Just back that one off a little bit. Back that one off a little bit as well. Oh, no, just a little bit. Okay. Okay. And then CM screws for these as well. And there. That's it. Okay, what's next? I think we can put this to one side. This back in. And all these leads. Okay, so you've got all these little lines here, and that's where all these fit. So I'm just going to feed the lines onto the dowels. You might need to just use your tweezers. Just to make sure they're on. That's that one. That one on the angle is probably the most difficult one. I think the others shouldn't be too bad. Quite easy to read the others. And the next one. And the last one. Okay. And we're going to take all of these. You put them just right behind the edge. That's where they're all going. Okay, take that one out. We'll do them in order of how they go, like that. There we go. They'll just get tucked behind there. Okay, once we've done this, we're going to bring these two clips in from a previous issue. there's another one that goes here. It's not going to be an easy one to put in, this one. A little bit there and push it in, just so, nice and tight. There we go, and then just put them through. These lines up. Yep. Tidy these lines up, and I'm just want to make sure I've got them all just lined up together as they should be. There we go. There we go. So behind there, and then all in front of you, and then just put them nice and tight on the other side. And there we go. Okay, so we'll put this to one side, don't need that at the moment. And then we bring this part back in. So the next part that we want. And here, like these two pipes, pipe 1, pipe 2. Okay, let's see where these go. Okay, so the next step is take this lead here, it's onto here. And then it drops down in between here. And I believe it's down there. Where yet? Don't know. So it's just a pop it down. So that's what we will do. And the next stage is just to attach this bottom one here as well. Okay, got this one attached here, and then the one attached beneath it as well. Okay, and the next stage is to bring this back in, and this and then you've got a screw here and a screw here. do that. Put this down. That's that one there as well. And then we'll screw this down with some CM screws. And CM screw here at the back. Done. One more. Screw this one in. Done. There you go. Firewall on as well. And the last thing to do is just attach all these lines here to these ones here. So line 1, which should be the top one. Gets attached here. So you might just need to use your tweezers. Just to make sure these lines are all down and in the correct position. Two is the next one. And line 2 on. Bingo. Done. Line 3, which is the next one. And it just drops in here. Then for the bottom one. Just over on the side there as well. And there we go. Some all on, as you can see. It's the leads. Okay. And one last lead to attach, which is this one here. And I've pulled it off. Okay. Going to be an easy one to get on this one. And then if we can just take this part back off. Yep, okay. Here. Tweezers, push it on. There we go. And then tuck that into there. Like so. And then push this bit back down where it's meant to go. There we go. And that's that one. And you can see, there we go, all done. Make sure it relates on its peg as well. You might just need to tap some of these leads in a little bit close. There we go. That's it. Okay. Anything more on this? Rest of them? One more clip from a previous issue is this one. I believe just clips in the hole here. And this lead is held in place there, like so. Yeah. As you can see, the inside of the engine bay now really coming together. Loads and loads of leads and lines. Just give it a little push in, make sure it doesn't come any further. Yep, that's it. And that brings us to the end of this issue. And now only one more issue to do. Okay, let's move on. And then here we are with issue 38, which is the final issue and assembly parts for this package. As you can see, we have some smaller parts. Obviously, most of it looks suspension orientated. I'll move that to one side. I'll open up the book and we'll have a look through. The one-off Nismo. Anybody that knows, Nismo is the tuning company. And look at that. A bit more about Tokyo Drift, cars in Tokyo. A bit more about the Touring Car Championship. parts, which is our parts to put together. There we go, get that page apart. And then that completes these issues. Let's put this together. Okay, welcome back to issue 38, which is the final issue in this package. As you can see, there's a lot of parts put together this. And I think it's all going to be rear subframe stuff. So we've got some MA screws, some AIM screws, some GM screws, some RM screws, some CM screws, and then a variety of pieces to put together as well. Okay, so let's get started. So what do we need first? So let's move this to one side, and then we'll see what we need. So this mount this side, this way. So this one is the one we need. We're going to need a front link bar. And two of these as well. Okay, so we're going to need some AM screws to put together. Okay. So, this part here, the foot link bar, then one of these either side. One left. One there. Okay, and then a lower one as well. Let's get on your 2AM screws on. Okay, just so that can still turn and rotate. You can see that. Okay, and once you've got this part done, okay, you want one of these, and it's got a little L on it for the left hand side. So you want to insert this on here, I believe that is. Then it goes one way, that looks one way. Then you want a AIM screw in the top. As well. We got that. We want this part here as well. clips on here. And that is put on with a GM screw. Okay. Just line that up there. Okay, so I've got it lined up now. I'm just working it way through. The other side. It's coming at an angle. You don't want that. Otherwise it's going to break it. There we go. And that's kind of how it sits. Just there. Okay, and then once you've done that, you want to bring in the subframe with the left hand side. Yeah. That sits in there and that sits in there. And a RM screw for this one. An RM screw for this one. Line it right through. And right through that and out the other side. Yep. Better loosen that off actually, because it's not going to be that tight. Yep, that's it. There we go. Okay, and then we're just going to turn it over and we're going to put a CM screw in the underneath. Right here. There we go. Yep, and then the suspension moves up and down. Lovely. Okay, so let's do the same again, but with the other side. So one of these, two of these, some 2 AM screws here, or 4 AM screws actually. Another one. Another one. There we go. I want this. Over here. Part here. Okay. Just gonna screw this in. There goes one. 2. Yeah. And again. Bottom 2 brackets. Loosen that off just so the brackets don't fit sideways. A bit more. Oop. Where you want it. I'll screw this in. This one as well. There we go. There we go. Bingo. Right. That's that part done. If you want. That way. Put that on there. AIM screw. There we go. Should be that way. Should be this one. There you go. That's where it's meant to be. Always double check where it's meant to go. I didn't think it looked right. Okay, that's that one. And the next part is one of these right here. That's going to be held in by a GM screw. For this issue, quite a lot of stuff screwed in. Get it right. Yeah, make sure you're lining the hole up in this. Okay. So I can just start it off just so it's in there like that, just to make it a bit easier for myself. And then line it up as best you can. You'll feel it go through the hole because it'll be nice and smooth until it hits the opposite side. Actually, this one's gone through a lot easier than the last one, so I'll take that. Yeah, take that. Cool. So that should look something like that. And we'll bring the subframe back in. Okay, and then we're gonna RM screw this in here. Push that down on the other side. I'm just going to screw that in, get rid of all those little black parts that come off, and then the bottom gets screwed in with a CM screw. There we go. As you can see, it's slightly moving suspension. There we go. Okay. Right. Well, that comes us to the end of this video and the end of this package. There's been a lot to put together in these packages. And you can really start to see the car, subframe, steering rack and everything really start to come together now, especially around the engine bay. So until next time, please do like and subscribe to the channel. And as always, your collection, your rules. See you in the next video.